Hey guys, out in the garage just for a few minutes. It's actually middle of the workday, my lunch break, and working from home today. And I was going through some of the comments on the YouTube videos and wanted to do some additional detail on the Vendetta front bumper. It's actually been a few weeks since I've really done anything to the General. I've been traveling for business internationally, and plus the weather has just been absolute crap on the weekends, just rain and pretty much nothing but rain. But one of the questions that came up was for the new bumper, what kind of light bars would fit? And so I thought I'd do just a quick video and also show you with the tape measure what the measurements look like. If you wanted to do bar mounts, you can see between these two rails here, it's about 11 inches, but you actually have about 16 inches between these two bars. And of course, if you're coming straight up right here, if you imagine this as the bar, you know, you could certainly get a longer light bar here if you wanted to do something in front, or even of course mounting up here. You can kind of get an idea for how wide this is. But one of the questions was up here, could you get like a 20-inch bar? And I don't think you could. If you look at the distance here between the two, you got about 14 inches roughly of clearance between the two here. These two mounts are actually, if I go to the center, it's about 8¼ inches on center from this hole to this hole here. And I've done a plate here because I had these lights and just migrated them over from the existing bumper. But if you look at where the height of my aux beams are, you could do, and I don't even know if they make one, but you could do a 13-inch bar, maybe a 14, but a 14 is going to be tight. But if you come up, you can see these are actually pushed back. If you come up to the forward point of this, you could probably get, if you wanted to do a long bar, you probably could do a longer bar up here. And then also too, right here with these lower mounts, if you look at how they are, let's see, again, going on center, it's about 14 inches on center from mount to mount on these. And if you look at total width, a 20-inch bar would fit down here on the lower portion. But I would maybe be cautious about doing a really nice long bar down here. If you get into the brush real bad, if you come into a low-rise hill where you're kind of going in and you've got a sharp angle of attack coming out, you might put that at risk for some damage. At least with this, by pushing this towards the back, you are protected up here by keeping this on the back end of this, and so there is some protection there. And then here you do have, because this bar actually, I don't know if it shows up well in the video, but it does kind of overhang here. So if you had a light cube, and I'm planning on putting one here, I'm probably going to mount these facing out to get some side light. And I think I mentioned before in a video that I'm probably going to actually turn these out as well. And I'm not going to mount them all the way back. I'm actually going to mount them about in the middle. But I'm gonna plan to mount them angled out like that. I still haven't tightened these down yet. But that's where things stand. I do still need to, I actually need to go out and the headlights I never did aim those. Again, I've just had so much going on with work and then family events and things like that with the kids. So definitely we'll be getting out in the spring. I don't think there's gonna be time the next few weekends, and then I'm headed off on another business trip. This time to Tokyo. So I've got a lot going on. I've also still got to, I still haven't, sitting right over there, I still haven't mounted the driver's side rail. Excuse me. I've got to do that. And I've also just got to do cleanup on the unit. And then I did get, finally, I can't remember if I showed this in a previous video, I did get a manual wiper for for the General. Took 2 months, if you can believe it, 2 months. This was the Chinese version off Amazon. Took 2 months to get this thing. I've already put a smaller wiper on it, but I've got to kind of figure out where I'm going to mount it. I'm thinking of maybe doing, it's not the best, but I mean, there's one option is to mount it somewhere over here, and then you'd have a swipe like this. I could also do down here at the bottom, which actually this is kind of the leading option right now, because this would get probably the best view if you kind of look at where the driver's seat is. That's an option. You know, we could look at, the problem with going with something like this is once you get over here in the middle, it becomes difficult to reach. And I'd like to try with the manual wiper. You know, this is a bit of an experiment. It was relatively inexpensive, but I do have to mount that, figure out where I'm going to drill the hole, whether it's going to be up top or down here. I'm actually thinking kind of down here, that way the resting position, we'll have it down here at the bottom, and then just come up and sweep it. And this is actually replaced, you can see the difference here. So this is what it came with, which was actually an 18-inch, and then I've replaced it with a 16. If I replace that with a 12-inch, then I think I could probably actually get better coverage here and get it up a little bit further. But it may not gain that much. It's still kind of a work in progress, but I'll keep everyone posted on that. But that's where things stand right now. I thank everyone for watching the videos and joining the channel. Really appreciate all the support. I do appreciate the comments, and I will definitely keep everyone posted on what's going on with the machine and what's coming up trail riding wise. And I think I did show in a previous video, I did get everything finally repaired on the rear. So it is trail ready again, aside from just getting the bolts tightened up here and getting the last few things wrapped up. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Also, please feel free to comment. I do try to read them. I might be a little slow on them, but I do try to read them and get back to you. And I really appreciate everything that everyone's done. Thanks a lot.